So do you need a landing page for affiliate marketing? The answer is going to be, I guess you could say yes or no. And I'm going to talk quickly about some of the reasons why you would want them. And of course, why the reasons there's going to be some scenarios where you don't. So first and foremost, the reasons where you're not going to need them. This is probably where I know you might be interested in, or a lot of other people, just because it's much easier to get up and running, right? So there's many times where still I don't even use a landing page. Okay. So for example, I do a lot of YouTube reviews, and you'll notice, say, if I'm reviewing a product, the audience is going to know exactly what the product is about, for the most part. Obviously, if they're watching it, they've heard of it. So what I will do is leave my link in the description. In my opinion, I'm not looking to collect leads at that specific moment. So I'm not really looking for an opt-in page. I'm also not looking for a page where it says like, hey, if you get this, you're going to get 100 other bonuses. Well, there might be a time and place for that. Usually if someone is looking to review a specific product, I just want to get them straight to the product once they are there. And a lot of times the same thing can go with email marketing. You might just directly link in your email from your email to the actual sales page. Okay. So those are just some examples. Okay. There's going to be plenty more, but overall, you're probably also going to want to use landing pages because it's probably the most efficient and one of the best ways to increase your conversions. Okay. First of all, I don't know how much Bing has changed over the years, but I know they were one of the paid ads platforms that would allow you to direct link. I haven't used them too recently, so I don't remember if that's how it is. So what they'd allow you to do is pretty much just have, an ad and have it go straight to your like affiliate link, right? But not all ad platforms are like that. I know definitely with Facebook, and I know there's a lot of actual just programs that have affiliate programs where they don't want you to direct link. They want you to send it to a lander. So instead of, say, going straight to there as we did, let's remove this. What you would do is you would go, say, to an opt-in page. And then once they opt in, you could say, send them to a sales page. Now, the reason why this is so important, because a lot of people have crunched numbers. I've done it before. Many other marketers have done it before, is they realize how much an opt-in is actually worth. Like the standard, dollar per subscriber is around $1. That's if you're doing pretty well, right? I'd say it's not the easiest thing in the world, but there's obviously times where they're much higher than that. And there's going to be plenty of times if they're much lower, if you're not getting great traffic or, insufficient leads and so on and so forth. So what happens is once they opt in, even if they don't buy, you're going to be able to send them emails over and over, obviously, until they unsubscribe. So instead of losing out on that traffic, you now own it and are able to keep it. And this is a big reason why a lot of people don't usually go for landing pages, or at least just lead generation pages, is because this is a long-term play. Instead of so you miss out on that sale, what happens is months down or maybe years down, someone might purchase later. So that money that you spent or that time you used to get that traffic in the lead are going to pay off eventually. So that's a huge reason for that. So there's a lot of ad platforms, even if they do allow you to direct link, it's probably going to be better that you actually don't and send them to an opt-in page that way. And then, of course, then you can send them to your affiliate offer or whatever it's going to be. Now, there is going to be another scenario. I will actually give you an example. This was a long time ago. This was before I went to San Diego for a conference, because I remember the ad campaign was actually running. So I was sending traffic through paid ads on Facebook. This was to a scholarship offer. It was doing very well. I think you got $4.50 per lead. At one point, I want to say it got to $300, $400, $500. This was so long ago, so the numbers might be off, but they were pretty good. I was probably getting 2-to-1 on my money. And I remember running into the predicament of, do I send them to an opt-in page first and then to it was a CPA offer. So it wasn't a sales page. It was more of where they enter in more information. So do I send them to the opt-in page where they opt in and then they go there? Or what do I do is just completely remove that and do maybe just a lander, a lander that doesn't have the email collecting, whatever was going to be, right? So it was a while back, things have changed. And this is just another example of, this was in the education niche. And I realized that I started building an email list and I'm like, there aren't too many offers that you can send here, aside from some CPA stuff. And I didn't really want to get into it. So at one point I was actually collecting opt-ins. Then I stopped because I realized it wasn't a niche that I wanted to be in for a long time. It was more so just a campaign where I was actually, turning advertising dollars into ROI. So that's another scenario that you have to keep in mind is do you want to collect opt-ins? And if you don't, do you still want to send them to a landing page, or you just want to go straight to the affiliate offer? I'm bringing this up just to kind of give you some more thought, because I don't know what niche you're going to be going into. I don't know how long you're going to be there, but nevertheless, in this scenario, it's still going to be helpful if you do have a landing page, because what you can do, instead of this being an opt-in, we can just do like, let's say, a generic page like this, right? So this would be the two options, especially with, Facebook. I don't believe you can direct link unless you're doing some like black hat stuff or something shady, whatever it's going to be. So generic page, just where it talks about, hey, click on this. Are you interested in this? Then they would go to where the actual CPA offer is. Nevertheless, these are still going to be landing pages, and I do recommend using them. Like I said many times, where you can test it out. That's what it's ultimately going to come down to. If you do have landing pages, whether you want to test with or without it, it's going to be up to you. But usually when someone is more warmed up to an offer, when they have more information about it, just like the reviews that I talked about with YouTube, I feel like it's going to be just an extra step that might not always be needed, especially if they are hot to buy or they already want to purchase in the first place. So do you absolutely need landing pages when it comes to affiliate marketing? I mean, I guess you can get away with not using them, but you're going to be extremely limited on what you can do. Ultimately, I would recommend them just because in the long run, they can make you more money. They're not all that difficult to set up. And of course, there's going to be a lot more benefits aside from generating leads. There are great ways to obviously pre-sell, add bonuses, and do a lot of great things with affiliate marketing overall. But nevertheless, that's just pretty much answering that question, giving you a lot of different viewpoints, which is what I like to do when it comes to these questions. If you do have any questions, you can feel free to leave a comment down below. My name is James. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.